We're a ruthless society. We got people eating out the trash, and they're one day I was riding downtown, and it broke my heart. I seen a sister twice. Two black women broke my heart that was homeless. I seen a sister on 103-degree weather day, downtown Los Angeles, jewelry district, all the rich fools go by, drinking out of a cup out the little hole that be in the side of the sidewalk with a water drain through. She was drinking the water out of there, and I'm in my car going by, and I couldn't stop. If I could have stopped, I would have. Because I keep water in my car for the homeless. Sometimes I leave it at the bus stop or just in different locations. And I'm watching all these people roll by with Starbucks cups and water, and then they Rolls Royces and Bentleys, and she drinking that shit, and it broke my heart in half. Don't you think for 1 second that when I see these young people get murdered on TV and these kids and these girls, man, I cry like a child. Like literally like a child. They can be thousands of miles away. It affects me, man. Black, white, green, especially when I see shit happen to little kids. That shit drives me crazy. That's why I smoke so much weed, because I have PTSD. But see, in our society, a veteran, they can get help for their PTSD. You know, post-traumatic stress disorder. Whereas in the hood, you have PTSD, but it's present traumatic stress disorder. Because soon as we get help for our PTSD and go around the corner, Lil Pookie done been killed. So we back. Or it's a murder scene.
Mm-hmm.
But a veteran go get help. And he done been in real wars. So we have what you call current post-traumatic stress disorder. Every time we hear a car backfire, we looking, jumping. You can be in a group of urban people, black and whites, mostly black and Mexicans, and let a car backfire and everybody take off running. Or you just take off running, everybody gonna take off running. That's PTSD.
Wow.
Right now, our children have it. I was in the car with my grandbabies one day, and the police was behind us. They was looking behind. I said, what? You ain't never even got a report card. Nevertheless, a ticket or a felony, they looking like this. Our babies is looking like this. We got to be really cognizant of what's going on. When you go to other suburban communities, you go through their communities, they got Sizzlers, Mastros, down. It's okay. They got all these restaurants and all these different activities going on. And you can sit down as a family. No. What I say? Then they sit down in a cohesiveness. I'm gonna create a word. But then when you go to the ghetto, they got to put a moratorium down because there's too many restaurants, fast foods up and down the ghetto. So you got little mama in the front with shower bag on her head, tarantula eyelashes, pajama pants, slides with the socks because her toes ain't done, fingernails look like knives, and she braiding her hair, talking on the phone, and the baby at the window telling the lady, give me a number 3. How's that creating cohesiveness? And you know why the black fathers and Spanish fathers are not in the house? Because in the 70s, when I was growing up, you weren't allowed to have a man in the house. You weren't allowed to have a man toothbrush. You weren't allowed to have man's shoes underneath your bed or color TV. So they be talking about the black man is out the house. No, you put him in prison. And then you been ran the black and brown man and the poor white dude out the house. Now they got Section 8. See, California don't allow black men to have their own housing. They don't. How many dudes you know got their own apartment? How many dudes you know got their own house? But go to Texas. Go to Oklahoma or someplace like that. Them brothers got homes.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. But you're not allowed to have that here. This is a woman police state. What'd I say?
I'm not sure if
Down.
I'm not
No.
I'm not sure if it's multiple states, but I know in California, I was having a conversation. In order for mothers and women to get money from the check, the 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 man can't be in the house.
That's not true. It's true, but it's not true. He can be in the house. I got a saying like this. Your woman can be on Section 8. See, the biggest family destroyer in California and the United States is child support.
Yeah.
Because child support is ruthless. And child support to me should be called relationship court. Because the minute you don't get along with your baby mama, or you get caught cheating, or you get your dick sucked on the other side of town and she crack you going to child support court. And the judge only want to hear one thing. See, a woman on child support, and men who do it, if they're the primary, the custodian, they can get tax return, PPP, Social Security, welfare, they payroll check, and no accountability for the baby when you send your money over there. Then when the baby get with you, you got to spend $200 or $300 plus pay child support. Because when your child comes, they want to go to McDonald's like the rest of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you spending that bread, and then the woman, in most cases, I'm speaking from a man's perspective, they are buying they new side nigga Jordans with the money. So there should be some accountability on their part. They should have a special card that show, look, this is what you get it for, and this shows what you spent it on. Because child support killed Levert's son. They tied him to the bench in Atlanta, and he died handcuffed for a child support warrant. They trying to knock Kanye's head off with it, and several other people. That's the biggest game in the world. And to you deadbeat dads out there, man, fuck you. You making it bad for us.
Mm-hmm.
For us players that got in a bad situation with a relationship, and now we paid the price. So that's the number one destroyer of black families.
Child support.
Child support. Why you think so many brothers going to prison? Now they trying to pay that bill. And in other states, unlike California, you get that child support, homie, they come down on you and lock your ass up. They be serious about that, like that's a murder.
So now, is there any game on how to help solve that problem or help brothers?
One thing you don't sign that birth certificate. Because once you sign that birth certificate, the game gonna send you a bill. So you sign them child certificates, think, well, that's my baby, I know it is. But fool, that's how they send that bill. They got money that's allocated for the poor to be able to be taken care of on welfare. The number one amount of people that are on welfare today in California are not blacks. They blame it on blacks. But we're only 300-some thousand of the population, if that. Okay? But when you go, my little nephew, Andre, shout out to him, my nigga Mook's son, he said he worked at Whole Foods or something, and all them women was coming there with Teslas and Bentleys and Ferraris with EBT cards in their hand. Look at the majority of people that's in California. They're not black. Okay? So, for example, if I went to Glendale and got on welfare, I'm gonna get some different help. If I went to South Central and got on welfare, I'm gonna get an EBT card, which is gonna have me at home watching BET all day with no help. So you can have a man in your house, but I call it having Section 16, meaning you gotta be on Section 8 and he gotta be on Section 8. And if you get on Section 8 and you on child support, they'll stop putting child support on you if you get on welfare. So it's a degrading process. If you got child support and you get on welfare, they stop sending you the bill. That's just how that go. Just lower your standards and let us take care of you. How you gonna, because they're not gonna take from their own pocket. But they wanna make sure that you got that.
So that's the game. Get on welfare and then you can avoid
Child support.
child
Because where's the proof? She can't make you take a DNA test. What can they do? I slept with her, but where's the proof that it's your child? You watch enough Maury, you are the father. Because your ass signed that birth certificate. And that's the bill saying, I'm gonna pay this bill I'm responsible for this child.
And I heard when you sign the birth certificate and you prove that the baby ain't yours,
You still pay.
you still pay.
They said that's a gift. They had a judge back in the 70s in New York. That's all my old New Yorkers. You can look him up, named Cut 'em Loose Bruce, a brother. They should do a movie. Spike Lee, you heard it here first. You should do a movie on Cut 'em Loose Bruce. He had a slogan like this: well, if you feed the child long enough, they look like you, right? But Cut 'em Loose Bruce was the fair. He was like that little Spanish judge that just died. He used to let people go. He used to let all the pimps, the hustlers, the prostitutes go. Everybody wanted to go in front of Bruce. Because he was a man, but he was a player. It'd be an amazing movie to do on him. Do the research on Cut 'em Loose Bruce. That was his name, because he'd cut your ass loose. And all Don Juan and them probably know about him. All them pimps and players. See, there's a lot of history that you youngsters just need to listen to that ain't on them other networks. You're gonna find it right here on Wild Moguls TV. Because I lived this shit. I slept in elevators and some more shit in New York. I used to run away at 4 and 5 years old, and 12 and 13, I was gone. I came to Cali when I was 15 by myself with what America called today a migrant from Panama. Named Keely, eating peanuts and playing Bob Marley all the way here. We ate peanuts from the Port Authority bus station all the way to Los Angeles. He went to jail at the border. They let him go. I kept going to LA. I got in a cab at the bus station downtown LA. I'll never forget this. And I told the cab driver, I said, man, take me to the black community. Because unbeknownst to me, my friend Akili had stole some cocaine from some dudes. I didn't know he stole it. But I had borrowed a leather suit from the dude he stole it from, and that's a leather suit I stayed stuck in New York and LA for almost 2 years in hot-ass 100-degree weather. The same leather suit. My friends and family attest to it. I had no family and friends out here. So this dude stole that shit, and when he stole it, they probably looked at it like I had something to do, but I didn't know. I just bought the tickets because I was living in the... Hey, what'd I say? What'd I say? What'd I say? What'd I say? Sit down. Shut up. No. No. So, unbeknownst to me, Cola, be quiet if I take you in the house. So, unbeknownst to me, I told the cab driver, take me to the black community. I figured that's where I best be at. And he dropped me off on 73rd and Broadway. And it makes my heart tear up thinking about it. Because when he dropped me off, I went to pay him. And he said, nah, you ain't got to pay me, just keep that. And he drove off and said, good luck. I was like, good luck. And he drove off. And that's when the nightmare began. Now, before that, well, I'll tell that story another time, how I met this dude in San Diego with a Panamanian buddy on a layover that had been stabbed. Consequently, I tried to help him. He was at one of our friends' houses.
Oh,
And consequently, I tried to help him out. And I made sure that he had his money and all that, and his jewelry and whatnot. And uh, when I got to LA, so what was I talking about?
talk about the Panamanian in San Diego.
Oh yeah, so when I got here, we had already met a guy at my buddy's house in San Diego waiting for the layover on the bus. Then when I got here, we tried to sell some cocaine to this brother. And then we sold it to him. Then the next day he came back, because I didn't know dude had that powder. And he came back and he's like, yeah, man, y'all must be from New York. The first time we saw, he said, man, y'all from New York? I'm like, how you know that? He's like, man, this cocaine and the way y'all dress, they don't have this out here, right? So he said, man, my brother want to meet you. When he came back the second, I was like, your brother said, he said he didn't want to meet you. He said, his brother said he know me. I'm like, your brother know me? I ain't even been out here 3 days. I don't know nobody out here. The moral of the story is, guess what? Dick, shut the fuck up. It was the dude that I had met in San Diego that was on the couch sedated from being stabbed, who made him turn out to be the best of friends. He was the king of PCP manufacturing. And his brother, unbeknownst to me, bought that powder from me and then came back the next day and said his brother wanted me to come down there. Just think about it, robbed that dude or something, or did something slick. That's how karma works. That's why I tell these youngsters, the game will send you a bill. I don't know none of these people. I get to 73rd and Broadway, this dude tell me, man, my brother said he know you. What? I get there, his brother's the king of manufacturing PCP. I'm watching these LA niggas balling. They 13, 14, 15 with new cars, Cadillacs. some more shit. I'm like, where y'all getting this money from? And that's the moral of the story. I came out here to go to UCLA, and I seen LA all right. South Central. You come out here on vacation, your black ass will leave on probation. Don't let these palm trees fool you. Get your education. Get you a trade, get you something to do, and listen to your motherfucking parents and your uncles. If not, contact Wild Moguls TV. We got you. Because we going to teach you how to sit down and shut the fuck up.